As Arun Jaitley unveiled the budget today, industry leaders largely welcomed the announcement. As the overall mood was upbeat, we caught up with Mr. Karnik, widely recognized as a thought leader and guiding force for the Indian IT industry and for promoting Brand India, especially by showcasing India's technological strength to the world, to get you an all-round view of the budget. Here's what he said.
Overall, I think it's a budget that says some broad indications of where the government wants to go, and it seems to be a good connect between what has been said in the last 2 years, putting the building blocks in place, putting the economy forward, and some concrete things, especially on infrastructure. The infrastructure is certainly roads, railways, which you mentioned, rural roads, very important, but also electronic infrastructure. In this day and age, that's critical. And I'd love for him to mention something about what's happening to the BharatNet, or the idea of laying fiber across the country. No mention of that, maybe it's in the details, let's see what it has, but some thrust on that would be very good. Another positive thing is his mention of Aadhaar and legislation for that, because this can truly be something that changes the whole landscape of how we do things in terms of providing both, targeted subsidies and cutting off all the waste there, and in terms of efficiency within the government. And that gets me to the other question. If we can build in efficiency in the process of government, I think you'll do a great deal to make business easier, because business is concerned about many different things. Certainly the demand side, I hope the rural thrust that is given, the push up rural demand at least, which we've seen can act as a fallback when other things slow down. The second part is his whole emphasis in terms of getting the tax structure and making taxes easier to pay, because that creates a great deal of friction and that slows down business. Hopefully that will take care of that. The third part was really expectation, which hasn't happened, so I guess many corporates will be disappointed. The tax rate, he said that there's last year announced it will come down to 25% and that you do a roadmap for that. This time there's no specific announcement of where it's coming to, but the extension of the SEZ sunset is one good positive thing. Other than that, I think manufacturing is really looking for demand side thrust and investments by the government to kickstart the investment cycle. So you see some investments by the government. You see again what the actual accounting is, but you've seen a lot of thrust on increasing government investments, whether it's irrigation, rural roads, or in other parts like railways, which should give some positive thing. And you're beginning to see that hopefully demand will be spurred by both OROP, 7th Pay Commission, rural investments which will create jobs and incomes there. So I think the demand from the consumer side should be. But your industry is overloaded with capacity in many areas. So you have to see a way to additional investment. But to me it seems that overall this should be good. The dividend tax, the markets took it very badly. The markets are up again, so I don't trust the markets. They go up and down, yo-yo, nobody knows quite sure where it is. But dividend tax may be a bit of a concern for some industries. But as I told a friend, if you're making profits, you worry. If you're not making profits, what's your worry? If you're all complaining about things being bad. No, I think overall it seems to be, given the context, is good. The emphasis on getting banks back on board, public sector banks, is good, because that's been one of the concerns. So as far as industry is concerned, I would say some of the enabling things, not a direct thrust, but some of the enabling things like creating demand, making sure bank things better, putting the key infrastructure, easing tax issues, cutting out litigation, these will certainly help industry in terms of where it goes.